Hello, Steve White, Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, we are up to Season 4, Episode 7 of Lower Decks, a few more badgies. Now, I didn't particularly find this episode interesting. I don't particularly like the characters that were sort of featured in this episode. But the main sort of thing about this episode, which was interesting and important, is they did finally sort of answer the question that was sort of had become this conspiracy theory that the ship which shows up every episode and initially appeared to be destroying just random alien ships is actually transporting them all somewhere. So, I mean, just showing up every week and destroying a ship was pointless, but the idea of transporting them all somewhere else for some purpose, presumably that's going to come into play at the end of the episode, is a little bit more interesting and sort of made sense, and people sort of suspected that's what was happening, and we sort of got that confirmed this episode where we had the Bynars being the victim this time. Now, this episode is kind of about the three sort of super villains that they have created in the show, which I don't particularly like any of them. I mean, Jeffrey Combs voicing Agamus, or whatever its name is awesome. But aside from that, I don't like Peanut Hamper, the sentient exocomp, or Badgie, the holodeck creation. I think some fans were disappointed because they thought, because they were going to be all featured in one episode, they were all going to be teaming up to, destroy the crew of the Cerritos, but they really just had their own episodes and things happen. Badgie was stuck in Rutherford's cybernetic eyepiece that was torn out. He managed to get that onto a ship, get someone to try that on, and then possesses them, and then ends up. Did he end up taking? I'm getting now confused. He didn't take over the race. No, that was Agamus. Agamus actually took over a whole world, but then found it empty without Peanut Hamper, who I guess he thought was going to show up or something. I guess he thought they were going to have a meeting. So it's just like pining for her on a beach, and I'm like, did they have plans? Did I miss something? I didn't. I don't remember the last episode that she was in that well, so I don't know where that was going. Now, Badgie ends up. He evolves. Firstly, splits into different, like Badgie and Goodgie and Logie, which is like his reasoning, his evil, and his good side. And he ends up uploading himself into subspace and becoming like a god, and then transcending to another dimension to take that plane over. That plane, which I guess the koala was there somewhere. I don't know if he just is going to have a chat with the koala in the waiting room on the way to the next plane, or if the koala is actually on the next plane, or ruling the next plane. We don't know what the koala. I mean, that's the point. We're not supposed to. It's just a stupid mystery. But yeah, so that's his story, and I think it's pretty simple. Not much happened. There was a weird random scene where they were playing with a grappling thing on a shuttle that didn't seem to have anything to do with anything, but will probably come into play later on with one of the episodes. I don't know. But yeah, not much happened of interest to me this episode. Basically, Agamus was being interviewed because he had some knowledge due to one of his drones on that ship that was transporting people, and then he managed to kidnap Tindy and Boilerma and tried to, just basically evil stuff, and ends up ruling a whole planet all by himself. Peanut Hamper is off just working, and I think she was oblivious, and Badgie ascended to a whole other realm. So yeah, so that was that episode. Now, what I'm more interested in talking about for a minute is I'm kind of embarrassed for Prodigy fans, because they're acting like the show's been renewed just because it's been put onto Netflix. And they're all, we're just like the Star Trek fans from the 1960s who got the original Star Trek renewed for 2 years in a row. No, you're not. You haven't done anything. Now, what's happened is Paramount Plus got rid of the show because it was costing them money. They were losing money keeping it. No one was watching it. And even some of the people I saw doing videos about it said how they regretted not watching it, and they sort of didn't watch it until it got cancelled. But yeah, they're acting like they've done something, like they've saved the day, and basically all that's happened is Secret Hideout, has been shopping this around to anyone who'll take it for a bargain price, I imagine. They got Netflix to buy it to screen the episodes that have already been more made, essentially, because they were commissioned season 1 and season 2 were commissioned, and season 1 was completed, and season 2 was nearly complete and was going to be screening soon. They've just agreed to air them. That's it. They haven't renewed the show. They haven't promised a third season or future episodes. Now that could happen in theory, but Netflix, like a lot of the other streamers, is more interested in just licensing content rather than buying their own. So it probably sort of is sort of good for everyone to have Paramount selling stuff to Netflix rather than sort of funding their own shows and stuff. But yeah, so I just find it really funny these people are acting like they've saved the day and they've got the show renewed, and they're acting like they're like the fans from the 1960s that actually did the letter writing campaigns and everything and saved the original Star Trek and got it renewed and got more episodes and more seasons made. They haven't achieved anything, but who knows? Maybe Netflix will do something with it, but at the moment, no. It's just really funny to see them going on. I'm like, seriously? Okay, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Bye.